What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's having an awesome start to the week, and let's kick it off. First up, shared by Wrath Economan, an absolute must-follow on crypto Twitter, we can see a RippleNet user, Alphard Exchange. And this exchange has expanded its offering on digital wallet options on its AlphaPay application in Africa and Asia. And they're licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of the UAE. Expanding their offerings on the AlphaPay app with users able to transfer payments to over 70 e-wallets or electronic wallets in more than 25 countries, allowing them to send money instantly and securely in several countries in Africa and Asia. Now, keywords right here is Africa. You guys know back in November, Ripple expanded into Africa with MFS Africa, and this is a global giant. And they're using on-demand liquidity. This is XRP. This is not speculation, this is fact. Talking about the growth, world's $1 trillion mobile money value. And the fintech's payment hub connects to over 400 million mobile wallets across 35 African countries, operating across more than 800 payment corridors on the continent. And remember, we shared the BIS, the central bank of all central banks, talking about MFS Africa specifically, which is an ODL user, to be a fintech hub to get into a variety of other countries. And now coming back to here and seeing another UAE central bank backed exchange that is a RippleNet user expanding into Africa as well. Digital wallet users in Egypt will now be able to receive transactions through popular mobile wallets such as Vodafone, CIB, blah blah blah. So we can see expansion into Egypt. Remember when the National Bank of Egypt and Lulu International Exchange connected through RippleNet to elevate remittance experiences into Egypt? Egypt received $24 billion in remittance payments in 2020 alone, one of the top 5 remittance recipients globally, behind India, China, Mexico, and the Philippines. Now, the biggest emphasis I want to make is that BIS document we shared probably a week or two ago, talking about MFS Africa, an ODL user being a fintech hub to get into a variety of jurisdictions in other countries outside of Africa. So we can see Asia and the UAE included. Next up by Anders. Remember when this gentleman Jim from the Boston Federal Reserve showed Ripple working with Brazil on a retail central bank digital currency prototype? So we can see here in the YouTube video, I believe is linked right there, and we've shown this before, and we can see Brazil working with Ripple to build a prototype. And back in 2020, we know Ripple the company had a closed-door meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil, one of the BRICS nations. And also, we could go on and on with this. We can see that Japan is in the top of the list, and XRP is the #2 most popular asset in Japan. We can see Russia, another BRICS nation below, announced they will complete a prototype in 2021 and pilot in 2022. And remember when King Solomon shared the documents of the Central Bank of Russia trialed XRP. That is not hopium to get clicks, this is not hype, this is just facts. These organizations, these central banks are future-proofing and testing different systems. And also, just because I see silly comments on Twitter related to Casper partnering with Google potentially, that would not surprise me one bit. I see ignorant comments all the time saying, Kevin, Hedera is already partnered with Google. Well, if you go back to even 2020, Google, the company, invested over $1.5 billion into a variety of blockchain initiatives and blockchain projects. It is not just Hedera, guys. We have to get rid of that tunnel vision. There are so many use cases, so many different networks. It will be a multi-chain future. Some of the largest banks, some of the largest institutions. Like it or not, and maxis hate to hear this if it's not their token that they're holding. Amazon, Google, you name it, will be leveraging more than one blockchain network for more than one use case. Remember, IBM is on Hedera's governing council. They're going after enterprise utility. I believe that Casper and Hedera, and I hold them both, will likely have similar partners. And why did IBM and some of the largest IBM executives focused on blockchain only highlight Casper? Why did they speak alongside Casper and State Street, one of the world's largest custodians at the blockchain hub in Davos, Switzerland? Why is IBM on the Hyperledger Foundation only choosing Casper to look at different tokenization methods and using bonds? Because there are unique features for Casper and there are also unique features for Hedera. I think both are going to have a rightful place in this future. There are so many people in the space that have been in crypto for 1 or 2 years, and they're frustrated with certain assets' price performance. Those people will not make it. They called us lucky in 2017. Then in 2018, 2019, they said, haha, told ya. Then in 2020, we rode the next waves up massively. We got called lucky. The first quarter of 2021, even better. You get called lucky, people say must be nice. Meanwhile, they're commenting on the bench while you're actually on the court playing your game. It is you versus you. And then end of 21 and 2022, markets crash. They call every crypto a scam. They call all investors idiots, haha. And then, guess what? We're gonna get lucky again. And I guarantee, just like clockwork, every 2 or 3 years after a bear market, because it works on the masses, the typical retail investor, Joe Schmo, does not have the emotional fortitude to make it in this market. And that's why the few of us that endure will win. Losers and people that are not doing well, they focus on winners. They chirp their comments and remarks from the peanut gallery. They watch your every move. But winners win, and they are just focused on themselves. It is you versus you. The people that are so focused and absorbed with your life are not focused on theirs. If you have haters and they're so absorbed with your every single move, pointing out any mistakes you make, what kind of life is that? They could be doing so many more productive things for their own life. So just a friendly reminder, guys, keep going, keep pushing through. And I know some of you guys that might watch my videos, and big thanks, you guys are probably levels beyond me. We all have different starting points, but don't stop. Because we all know when the altcoin market approaches its next all-time high price, everybody's going to be calling you grandma. Your friends are going to be hitting you back up that ignored you during the bear market during the hard times. Remember who is in your circle during the hard days. And Anders right here sharing why he believes Ripple is working with a lot of central banks and their CBDCs. So we can see a description of a current job opening for Ripple, a partner solution director for central banks. And you can see this at ripple.com/careers. And when you're looking at job openings for the company Ripple in engineering roles in a variety of countries, Singapore, Australia, the UAE, New York, Miami, San Francisco, Canada, as well as London and India, this does not look like a company that is struggling by any means. In the job description, work with multiple clients simultaneously. Partner Solution Director for Central Banks. We have shared by the Crypto Basic, XRP is more popular in Japan than the US, a Hong Kong study. And then Crypto Eddie as well sharing, in addition to being the #2 asset in Japan, here are the top 9 XRP exchanges. So you can see a list right here. And speaking of the UAE as well, we have Roth IRA, new ODL partner on the way. Ripple execs met with, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Joya Lucas Exchange UAE to discuss how Ripple enables money transfers, ODL using XRP. And the post concludes, we look forward to collaborating. From this exchange in the UAE right here, discussing Ripple could be a great enabler for money transfer entities to scale up for affordable cross-border payments, instant settlement, and continuous liquidity access with their on-demand liquidity using the XRP platform. We are excited to collaborate with you. And they share some existing Ripple partners already. Let's take a quick look. We can see Access Bank, we can see iRemit, and a few others. Next up, shared by Hedera, we have showcasing LG Electronics' superb self-lit OLED screens, known as LG Art Labs. So as we know, LG Electronics, a massive organization, is on Hedera's governing council. We have LG Art Lab, and this is actually built on Hedera. So this is a Hedera-based, fully interactive digital marketplace that allows users to trade NFT art from major art world names. And remember that LG, a Hedera governing council member, is leveraging Hedera for NFTs with their smart TVs. Next up, with API 3, I'm still continuing to stake this. I think it's still at like 29 or 30% APY. So all staking rewards are auto-compounding. Now, this was a recap for API 3. I highly recommend, if you hold API 3, to give this a read. It's linked with all types of resources, some new things on the way, and a few quotes just to share. There have been over 3,362 data feeds across 25 networks that have been launched. King Solomon shared this related to Hedera. We can see that Hedera has the least amount of global power consumption, the least amount of energy consumption, and the highest real-time transactions per second. We can see global power consumption alongside a variety of L1s, and Hedera has the lowest. Global power consumption and energy consumption. And notice that Hedera has a higher TPS than all of these networks besides Visa, but when you take a look at VisaNet and look at its global power consumption, that's incredibly high. And looking at Bitcoin, don't even get me started, that's way too high. This gentleman asks, where's the XRP ledger? King Solomon says, not in this study apparently, because this is an analysis of proof-of-stake systems. Also for Kava, the Kava 12 mainnet has been successfully launched. And also for all members on kevincageofficial.com, we uploaded a 34-minute market update last night with my next 2 alts. And last but not least, guys, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description. Once again, this platform is completely free. There is just a 1% transaction fee, no different than using Coinbase, except for 0% capital gains leveraging a Roth IRA, which is 100% tax-free. And if you use the link in the top of the YouTube video description and fund your account, you will also get a $100 funding reward. Telling you right now, in the next 5 years, people are going to say, man, I could have taken advantage of 0% capital gains in the US, whereas I'm already paying 15% or 40% for short-term and long-term capital gains for taxes. A Roth IRA is a tax-free retirement account, and you don't have to be all in on crypto. I have a Roth IRA in the S&P 500. And I know you guys know I was one of the first YouTubers that I know of talking about iTrustCapital. I created an account over 3 years ago. And since 2020 and 2021, my IRA has absolutely outperformed the stock market. And my favorite part about iTrustCapital is I don't have to hold stablecoins. If I think we're entering a bear market, I can sell half my position, all of it, 24/7 and sit in US dollar directly. And then begin accumulating during the next bear market, rinse and repeat. And I'm not talking day trades, I'm talking a few macro trades every 6 months, every year. And for me, that can make all the difference. So they partnered with Fortress Trust, a new partnership with Fortress Trust as a new iTrustCapital custodian. And iTrustCapital already leverages Fireblocks, one of the largest in the institutional space, and Coinbase custody. And please remember that Coinbase was selected by BlackRock, one of the largest wealth managers in the world, to provide Aladdin clients access to crypto trade and custody via Coinbase Prime. So Fortress Blockchain Technologies is purpose-built to provide the best-in-class financial, regulatory, and technology infrastructure to the rapidly emerging Web3 space. 30-plus cryptocurrency FX trading pairs, IRA asset protection, blockchain payment infrastructure. And in terms of compliance and regulatory infrastructure, Nevada Trust regulated and supervised by the Nevada Banking Commission. Fortress Trust is an independent qualified custodian under the SEC regulations. The Investment Advisors Act of 1940, which is a federal act. Compliance programs designed by former banking commissioners and financial crimes experts. We have a SOC 2 audit, monthly penetration testing or pen testing. And now quickly looking at Fortress Trust, the website is fortress.xyz. And this is a recent VC-funded organization that I think will be another behemoth. Keep in mind, when I first started with iTrustCapital, they were relatively small, and now they have over a $1 billion valuation, and they're a unicorn company, making it easy for you to launch and scale your Web3 initiative securely and in compliance. You have wallets related to NFTs, you have electronic payments, embeddable, compliance, MPC secure, a trust company with custody, settlement, royalty escrow, crypto liquidity, payments, compliance, anti-fraud. And under tokenize, we can see NFTs and fungible tokens. And I also know of some other crypto projects that will be partnering with this organization in the near future. Think of this like the pick and shovel for Web3 for institutions to begin using this technology at scale. So anyways, this will be linked in the top of the YouTube video description. And remember, in the next 5 to 10 years, as the crypto asset class continues to grow, I know iTrustCapital users will be taking advantage of a Roth IRA for tax-free trading and investing. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.